Hello everybody, my name is Alan. I'm here to show you how to repair your suicide door or rear door on a Ford F-150. This is a 1998. These doors seem to have a tendency of this latch up here sticking, or the one down here sticking, or both of them sticking, and the handle no longer releasing the latches. So I'm going to try to show you how to make this easy. $175 I saw for the latch on eBay for the cables, and it's a little more than I wanted to spend for an old vehicle, so I decided I was going to tear into this and fix it myself. And here's what I did. It took me about an hour. Of course, I didn't know what I was doing when I got into it, so I'll probably do it much quicker next time around. What you're going to need to do this is these tools right here. Just a pair of cutters, Phillips screwdriver. I use channel locks for bending, and a 10mm socket, as well as a drill bit. You're going to need to drill a couple holes in the metal. I used an 11/64. You can use whatever size you want. Now, first, this door is not going to be open when you get started. It's going to be closed. So what you're going to want to do is, when this door is closed, you can take all these panels off. It's pretty easy. First, you got to take these screws out of this right here and right here, and this will pop out of the way. Then you're going to go down here to this lower portion right above the handle and just get a hold of that. From the inside, you can just pop it right off. Of course, I've done this once already, so it came off pretty easy. Next, you're going to have a screw here, here, and a bolt here. This is where you use a 10mm socket. Just pull this panel up once you get those removed, and it just lifts right off. I did that from the inside as well. Now, I've already done the repair, but I'm going to show you what I did. Let me get this in a good position. What happens is, there's a cable right here, and there's one up in here. I don't know if you can see it. It's right here. Goes around the door and up to the latch. The other one goes down into the latch down here. Now, what I had to do was, the cable somehow, they stretch, they get some slack in them, and they no longer have enough tension to pull the latch. So what you've got to do is, you got to find a way to get those cables pulled back into a position where there's enough tension on them for those latches to release. I simply used some coat hanger wire. Made a little hook on one end of the coat hanger wire. I don't know if you can see it up in there. I hooked the cable, pulled it down into a hole that was already there, bent it around there, and secured that. I also put one on the same cable and drilled a hole right here. Here's where you had to use the drill. Drilled a hole right here, put a hook on the cable, stuck it up through, bent it down and around here. Had to exercise the latch a few times to make sure I had the right tension so it wasn't open all the time, until I got it right, and then I bent the ends over. It was pretty simple. I did the same thing on the bottom. Had to drill a hole right here as well. And there's the hook that I put on the wire. And this is just coat hanger wire. Pretty simple. Just get you a couple coat hangers and go to town. And that's all there is to it. You just gotta spend a little bit of time getting the tension right on the cables. So there's a lot of opening and closing the doors and working the latch until it works. And it's that simple, folks, and that didn't cost me anything. Now, this had one other problem. I don't know if anyone else has been experiencing, but there is a little latch right above that handle on the outside of the door that, when the door is in a closed position and you close the front door down on it, it mashes this latch in. Now, what was happening was, this latch wasn't releasing all the way when you open the door. It would just get stuck right about there, and with it like that, you could not open the door from the inside, even with the cables having the right tension. However, I fixed that too. The problem was right here. This portion of the latch would fall down below where it's supposed to, and it would get hung. I took another piece of coat hanger wire. Seems like the fix-all for this particular problem for me, and I got this latch in the right position. I'll push on this and you'll see what happens with this little button pressed in over here. That piece moves, and it's supposed to come back. It was getting hung there, and you would no longer be able to open it. What was happening was, when this moved this way, this piece would go down. So I pulled it tight, bent it around this. Now when the button releases, it releases. And that fixed that problem. Now you can open the door from the inside, the outside. Everything works. Put it back together, you're done. That's all there is to it, folks. If you have any questions, you can shoot me a message, and I'm glad to answer them.